Hi, I'm Leslie Bonci, sports dietitian, and we all know how important it is to hydrate well, but sometimes we just don't do it right. So what are some of those things that I would consider to be fluid-losing behaviors? It might surprise you to hear this, but the number one reason is skipping meals. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, food has fluid in it. So if you skip a meal, you're missing that hydration opportunity. Secondly, we usually pair fluid and food together. So that's two things that aren't happening. So if you aren't consistent with your food, you're not going to get enough fluid in. Then let's think about what it is we might do. I work with a lot of baseball teams, and one of those habits is chewing. And I'm not talking about chewing food. And unfortunately, when people are chewing, they're spitting. And if you're spitting, you're losing fluid. You're not keeping it in your body. The other thing that I see happen very often is my athletes, no matter what sport they do, during practice, during competition, they're putting fluid on their head. There's no route of entry up here. You actually have to put the fluid into your mouth to hydrate well. What else is a problem? We got a lot of people using energy drinks. So what's the big deal here? Well, we talk about 20 ounces of fluid being the amount that you need before exercise. This is only 8 ounces, not even coming close. So if this is the only thing you do, you are not hydrated well, and you're getting actually too much sugar with not enough fluid. So all these types of things don't necessarily provide enough liquid. This one, only 1 ounce here. You need 19 more. Where's it going to come from? Hopefully not 20 of these. And be selective about your water. This is actually a caffeinated water. Why? I don't think so. We don't need to do it. And the other thing that's really important to think about as a fluid-losing behavior is alcohol. Yeah, beer is a liquid. Wine is a liquid. A margarita is a liquid. The problem is that alcohol is the fluid that takes fluid out of your body. And if you finish practice or competition already a little bit dehydrated and you drink even just one beer, you may delay your body's ability to rehydrate up to 72 hours. That is a huge consequence. And so let's be smart about getting fluids in. Let's do it the right way, because that outcome, fast, strong, ability to last. Please be sure to check back next week for more nutrition tips on Stack.com. Hi, I'm Leslie Bonci, sports dietitian for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and these are my 3 favorite performance-enhancing meals for my black and gold. Starting the day, and as you can see, this is a really colorful plate, and I do that for a couple of reasons. Number one is it's attractive when they see it. Number two is a lot of this plate is fruit. And the reason for that is, first of all, the fruit provides some fluid to the body, and it also provides some carbohydrate, and it seems lighter. Secondly, let's look at the size of the plate. Notice this is not a trough. This is what I want in the morning, not too much into the guys. And the reason for that being is they're probably not going to eat that much, or they'll say they're too tired to chew. So when I'm looking at what I want on that plate for morning practice, morning lift, I want some carb. That's the fruit. That's also the grain. And then we have some protein in it, which is the egg that's here, so that they have the energy they need when they're lifting as well as when they're on the field. Now, some of the guys really do say, I'm too tired to chew in the morning. And if they do, then we'll do the smoothie kind of a thing, because same idea, we've got protein and we have the carbohydrate all here in a glass, and then the yogurt is another option for them. So my performance plate to start the day, and not only for what they do physically, but they have to watch film, they have to sit in meeting. I need their brain engaged, not just from the neck down. Lunchtime, and we see this plate and say, this really isn't a lot of food. And granted, some of my guys are really, really hungry in the middle of the day, but the fact of the matter is they're going to be back on the field in another hour. I don't want food shooting out of their nostrils. And so when we look at something in a reasonable size, so this is a Steelers chili. Why? Because there's black beans and gold in there. It's just the way that it is, but it's an easy food to eat with a little bit of cornbread, with some salad. And one of the things we did this year for the Steelers is we put in a huge huge salad bar. It has been the go-to item. It makes me cry with joy. It is just a wonderful thing, and they eat it because they like it. It is good for them, but that's not why they do it. They do it because they enjoy it. And the fact of the matter is, the berries, the green, this is anti-inflammatory. Football is a hard contact sport. I want them eating things that help to heal their body. All right, and then dinner, and I have to say that the #1 item for my guys at training camp and also during season, they love stir fry. Now, chances are they probably wouldn't use these because they don't know what to use with them and you can't get it in fast enough. But nonetheless, the idea of a stir fry, so yes, we have the protein there, and this is meat. And why not just chicken? Because they eat chicken all the time, and I am fine with them having lean meat. This is also not an entire steer. There is some meat here with the vegetables, with the rice. And so there are some guys that will say, I don't want to do the carbs. They need it. That's what football is about. So yes, we have the energy. Yes, we have the strength. Yes, we have the anti-inflammatory, and again, looking at complementing that with some more fruits and vegetables. It's something that looks appealing, it's something that tastes great, they walk away from that meal nourished the way they need to be, and I'm a happy girl at the end of the day.
What's this?
That's a gift for you.
Oh, no.
One, two, three, 4, 5. 5 second eccentric push-up. 3 reps. So first. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Good job. Stance. Relax. Stance. Let's move those feet now. Work. Relax. Stance. Relax. Stance. Work. Relax. Stance. Work. Relax.
Recruiting process was crazy. It's all I imagined about. You know, you dream about playing for any school in America. You know, having an opportunity to go to college. That was my biggest thing. So, the toughest part was telling the coaches I wasn't gonna go to their school and tell them that thank you for recruiting me, but I'm not going there. And there's so many schools in this world. It's tough. But after I seen Coach Calipari and then play one game, I think my 11th grade year, when they started recruiting me, I was like, that's where I wanted to go. But I still was unsure. I never met him in person. I never, you know, went to the school or anything like that, so I couldn't just make a decision off that. So I went to visit other schools and talk to other coaches and just took my time, and it all came down to the best decision for me. And I felt like it was going to get me to the level I'm at now and make me a better player. Kentucky is always going to be a family in my heart. You know, the fans are so supportive. You know, they come out and support you as much. You know, a couple years before they was having downfall season, wasn't winning games, and they thought it was just me coming in was going to help them, but I was a big key to that. But the other freshman class and the guys that turned in and the great coaching staff that Coach Calipari and those guys brought in, we all had a determination that we wanted to be like brothers. So we had to go, and the mindset said that we wanted to do better. So the biggest memories proving people wrong about school. You know, people thought I wasn't going to take school serious, and after the season over, they felt like I was just going to leave and not go. But I was one of the ones that stayed and finished with 3.5. So I'm proud of myself for that. Memories was, you know, winning a lot of games, changing the program around, seeing the guys camp out for Big Blue Madness. They was camped out for about 2 weeks. It's cold outside. I'm like, I don't know how y'all doing. They sleeping in tents. Some of them sleeping just in a sleeping bag, and it's a little snow outside, raining. They didn't care. They just wanted to be there to support us. So that really taught me that, you know, if you got fans like this that support you, you know, every night you step on that basketball court, you should show this respect and play as hard as you can. You know, LeBron told me you don't got to live with all the hype. Just go out there and have fun and enjoy every moment you had to play the game and just be happy you had the opportunity to pick up a basketball. You know, some kids that wish they was in your shoes, so just be thankful and go out there and play. And if I play like I'm supposed to, is I'm gonna play hard every night and be competitive, and I don't like losing, so that's all gonna fall behind me. I feel like Reebok was the best situation for me. You know, they gave me the opportunity to have my own shoe, be the face of the program, get the Zig Tech Slash shoe as the first basketball player to wear it, and get it out across the nation, and thank them for the opportunity to put me in their family. It's all a dream come true, and sometimes today I just sit back in my room and just be amazed, you know, shocked and still amazed that all this is happening and where I am today. So all it is just got to stay humble and hungry and keep working and keep wanting to prove people wrong.
Hi, I'm Leslie Bonci, sports dietitian, and today I'm going to show you how to make an awesome post-workout shake. And we're actually going to do it two ways. One, using animal protein, and the other using plant-based protein. So let's start with the animal protein, and what will we put into it? Well, we might add some low-fat chocolate milk. We'll use a vanilla Greek yogurt. We're going to use some peanut butter and a frozen banana. This tastes great. And when you do this, you're getting an optimal amount of protein, probably a good 20 grams. You're getting carbohydrate both from the chocolate that's in the milk as well as from the banana. And then we add about a spoonful of peanut butter. Wow, this is just fabulous. What about the plant-based way of doing that? Well, we might start using an almond milk. And because almond milk does not have a lot of protein in it, we're going to add a plant-based protein. This is one that actually has both some pea and a little bit of brown rice in it, adding some almond butter and some frozen cherries. Wow, you can't find one out there that's going to taste this great. The nice thing about making it yourself, not only is it easy, but you could change it up every single day. And you get the benefit of the fruit, you get the benefit of the protein, you get the benefit of the fat, and you get the benefit of the flavor. Please be sure to check back next week for more nutrition tips on Stack.com.
Work out and fuel up like the world's best athletes as they take you behind the highlights. On May 17, 2012, 7'2" Roy Hibbert dominated the Miami Heat with 19 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 blocks in Game 3 of the second-round playoff series. Tune in as Roy breaks down this massive playoff victory and explains how his hard work in the weight room and a drastic change in his fueling strategy combined to make him unstoppable.
Game 3 was very important. You know, we got Game 2, we got one down there, so it was the first game in Indiana. So very important for us to get out there and play hard. In the first couple minutes of the game, Pittman hit me with a hard elbow in the back of my head. I was seeing double vision for a while. There was like 2 rims, 2 balls, and it seemed like everything was just going in for some reason when I scored or grabbing rebounds. And we were up by like 18 at one point, and the coach was about to take us out. And I caught the ball in the post, and there was like 3 minutes left in the game. And I knew that if I had scored this bucket, we were going to cut out the game and it was over. So I got it off the block, I moved to the middle, and I spun back baseline, I hit the jump hook, and the crowd went wild. I lift after every home game. So as soon as we get off the court, I get my iPod, and I go back in the weight room. You should always do one big exercise, like trap bar deadlift is obviously for the legs. It's to make sure I don't get pushed around. And then you work smaller muscles, so it's to make sure everything's in tune, everything's firing. So work on your balance and core. That helps out there when you're trying to get positioning and everything like that. So obviously kettlebell swings is to get my hips firing, to make sure I'm able to give that, get that power. If I eat right, I make sure I exercise every day and do the right things. I could be in a position where I could help my team. So like some games, I'm mad at my coach for taking me out of the game. Like, I feel like I'm not tired and I'm not gasping for air, so don't take me out. And I think about when I'm a kid, you travel and you play games on the weekends and you play 3-4 games in a day. I used to live off this, Skittles all day, So I used to eat chips and spinach dip before games, Felt sluggish on the court. I put work in Monday through Friday. I go eat, even worse on the weekends. And then on Mondays, I'm like, why am I so sluggish? Why am I sweating so much? Why, because I put a lot of work in. I work hard in the weight room, besides the fact that I'm eating horribly. Trying to figure out what type of fuel your body needs. I take that all into account now. I seriously don't know how I got to the NBA without all this stuff, because I started to see changes. Like, my strength was getting better. I was able to bench a lot more than I had been in the past. My confidence level obviously goes up because I know that the person I'm playing against is bending down, he's tired, he's gassed, and I know I could play for days. So to me, it comes hand in hand. Weight room, basketball, nutrition. They're like the three things that, really help you become a total, complete athlete. So this is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's just a way of life for me.
Now that you've seen Roy break down his playoff masterpiece, watch his training videos to learn how to perform the trap bar deadlift, med ball stability hold, and kettlebell swings so that you can build your own all-star strength.
Cousins, full head of steam, look out, blow! Oh, if you go like that, you don't like NBA basketball. What a full length of the court move and a dunk.
Archie Goodwin, look out! Oh, man, flying through the air with the greatest of ease, and then the emphatic throwdown with bad intentions. And the reaction on the bench by PJ.
Rebound Korver, outlet to Mike Scott. Mike Scott to the and he gets it! I mean, that had evil intent.
Oh, man, he went up right over Bradley Beal. What are you doing? Nice bounce entry. And Wiggins hammers it home on Asher. Man, oh, man. Kid's got a chance. Wow.
Sledgehammer anytime you want.
And the beard has taken flight.
Going open up and goes.
Oh!
Daniels on a foul.
That is a heck of a play, fighting off a defender trying to take him out of the air.
Jeff Green on the attack. Oh, Jeff Green with the poster. That was nasty. They're still buzzing about the Jeff Green dunk. Inside J.R. Smith or J.R. Smash. Take your pick.
Now that is throwing the hammer down.
Look out below. Oh, you don't like that. You don't like NBA basketball.
deep drill. Ennis, look out below! James Ennis, basket counts, foul on Washington.
He looked like he left his feet 20 feet from the basket.
James Ennis has just electrified Miami.